Greetings friends, and welcome to a Dragonstaff tutorial for the barrel roll. Before we get started, a huge thank you to all of you watching and supporting on Patreon. I bow to you. Mwah. I kiss your feet. Thank you for making this channel possible. And although there are some tricks that I think would be helpful in learning the barrel roll, I don't think that there are any tricks that are absolutely necessary prerequisites for learning the barrel roll. So there will not be any prerequisites for this one. However, I am going to put some similar types of tricks in the description below, just in case you want more tricks that kind of utilize this similar style, I guess you could say. But like I said, they aren't exactly prerequisites, just similar types of tricks that can be combined with the barrel roll. And I have to give a shout out to Eric Lankford for this one. Shout out Eric for teaching me this trick at Flame recently. First, I'm going to go over the trick facing the same direction as you. I will briefly go over it again facing forwards just to be sure that you can see everything. And this trick can be done going both directions. So both tossing it out to our left and using our right hand, or tossing it out to our right and using our left hand. But for the sake of saving time and keeping things simple, we're just going to be covering one side, and that is tossing the staff out to our left and using the right hand for the barrel roll. I always recommend learning it on both sides once you've gotten it down on the first. So we're going to come into this one with the staff rolling away from us, down the hands. And at any point when you're ready to come into your barrel roll, you're going to keep the staff horizontal like so, but you're going to toss the staff just out to your left so that this end of the staff that was on your right will end up somewhere to the left of your left hip or left abdomen. So right about there. And as soon as you toss the staff out to your left and this end of the staff that was over to your right lands to the left of your body, as soon as you do that, you're going to bring the right hand underneath the center point. So you'll definitely have to do a little bit of a twist or a turn to your left to get the right hand underneath the center point. And as soon as you've got your right hand underneath the center point, you're going to turn to your left and do a 360. And as you do that 360, you're going to keep the right hand under or on top of the center point, depending on where you're at. So as soon as you send the staff out to your left, you'll bring the right hand underneath the center point. And as you turn to do a 180, well, you're going to do a full 360, but at the 180 point, you're going to have the hand more or less wrapped around the top of the center point so that you can use the hand to keep it rolling as you turn to your left. And you're going to bring the staff up kind of overhead. And as you complete your 360, so as you do your second 180, you'll bring the staff up overhead and release the staff back onto the hands or arms where it should be rolling away from you again. So we'll break this up into 3 parts, or I guess you could say 4, just to help simplify this one. First step is to toss the staff out to our left and bring the right hand underneath the center point. That's part 1. For part 2, you're going to turn to do a 180. So you're now facing in the opposite direction that you started, and you still have the right hand underneath the center point. For part 3, we're going to step again to our left to do another 180, which will make a full 360. And as we do that, we're going to bring the staff up overhead, and you can release the staff on the arms or hands to reset, which would be part 4. Part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. And for part 4, our reset, where we come back to our starting position, you do have a couple options here. You could come back to your starting position, or you could do continuous barrel rolls and keep the center point on the right hand and go for another barrel roll, which would look like so. So you can do continuous barrel rolls or reset to your starting position. And just to quickly go over that again, facing forwards, starting with part 1, we toss the staff out to our left. End of the staff that was over to our right is going to land just to the left of the body. And as we toss the staff out to our left, we're going to catch the center point with the right hand. So that is part 1. For part 2, we're going to keep the center point on the right hand as we turn to our left, stepping to make a 180. So this is part 2. For part 3, we're going to step again to our left to do one more 180 to complete our 360. But as we do that, the staff will be rolling towards us, center point on the right hand, and we're going to bring the staff up and overhead to complete our 360. And as soon as we complete our 360, we have a couple of options for part 4. We can either reset the arms with the staff rolling down the arms or the hands just as we started, or we can do continuous barrel rolls by coming into a second barrel roll. Part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. And that's going to do it for our barrel roll. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions or want me to go over any part of that trick, feel free to drop a comment. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.